Welcome to Shawnee Union, and this is the last video I do before I take my sabbatical. I think it's like 10 videos out, but I'm just gonna take a quick break and talk about the break a little bit later, but wanted to answer some fan questions that I'll read off my phone real quick, and let's get right into it. So this first one is from PJ DeJesus. He's a big fan, and he's also on Instagram. If you want to check me out on Instagram, I'm Everest Club. I'll put it down below here. What are your favorite film stocks, black and white and color? Black and white, I really enjoy T-Max 100. I had a bunch of it. I got for like a deal, like $1 a box. And if you were in the giveaway, I gave a bunch of it. But T-Max 100, very nice contrast, very easy to develop. I pushed a couple of the stocks too, and it works perfectly fine. So you could push it to 400, no problem. And I'll talk more about that in later videos. So I'm still doing videos, but I'm just gonna take a break. But I'll talk about that in some later videos. And then for color, I like two ones. For 120, I like Kodak Ektar. Really contrasty, so I like contrasty films. And then Fujifilm Superior, because of availability. You can get it on. When I was in Puerto Rico, I went to a drugstore, picked it up at Walgreens at Puerto Rico. So available and pretty good, pretty darn good. A good one too. What are my favorite videos from this channel or my least favorite? My least favorite is actually my most popular, and me and David Hancock, who does another YouTube channel that took the film cameras, has a similar issue. It's videos we did really early on that were really popular and still make us a bunch of money, but we don't really enjoy. So mine was, I reviewed skillets, cast iron skillets. I reviewed old ones versus new ones, and it just like took off, and it's had like tens of thousands of views, and it makes a lot of money. It's probably my most profitable video, but I don't care for it that much. What are my favorite videos? My favorite have been, I did one on how does a Polaroid work, where I did an animation on it. It does really well, and it was actually really fun to do. So kind of a different style other than mine. And then the definitive series is probably like what I consider my peak so far. So me getting audience interaction and me going out and filming and me like taking time to write down my entire script. I don't do that for every single video, but that was like, I think, my favorite series so far. Why is the channel called Shawnee Union? So this one's a little bit complicated. I was living in Kansas, in a county called Shawnee, Kansas, and I thought it was cool. Shawnee is actually a Native American tribe, so the Shawnee Indians. And then I was really into workwear, so like flannel and boots and stuff like that. I'm still into it, but not as much. And I think it's dying out. And so there's a lot of companies like Union Made Goods and manufacturing companies. So I just put Shawnee Union together. I paid a sign guy in town who's like an amazing artist, like $100 to draw the logo. And then he signed off this like waiver that I could use it too. So that was it. That was kind of it. Shawnee Union. That I wrote off the tongue. So the one bad part about that I regret is a lot of people think my name is Sean. But it's Dan, it's not Sean. Eric Harvard asked, how has your experience working for your YouTube channel changed your view of cameras? So this one is not an easy one to answer, but I'll just say it, and a lot of channels don't say it. So I think there's like 10 exceptional cameras out there from the era I look at, like this vintage camera era from like 1970 to 1985 that I think are just like incredible. Probably even goes back before that, like 1950s. And I'll just list them right here. The Nikon FM2, the Canon A1, Pentax K1000, Olympus OM1, Leica M3, I know it's expensive, the Hasselblad 500cm, the Rolleicords for TLRs, any of them, the Rolleicords or Rolleiflexes, they're all pretty great. The newer ones, I think the ones after like 1950, the ones with the buttons on the bottom, and then the Shikamat 124 are what I call like the top tier of cameras, right? And everyone's just trying to get and match those, and everything else is like, I think, extra after that. Like with those ones, if you're gonna come out and tell me like what cameras I recommend people buy or cameras that I think are really great, that's it. And then there's a lot of other stuff. So off of that, he asked, like at the start of your channel, what was one camera that you thought you loved most? And if it has changed now, what is the new love, and why do you think that has happened? So this is a good one, like evolution of how you think about cameras. One thing like I liked about when I just started this channel a lot were digital cameras, and now I like kind of hate them. So you look at, and I've talked about this in other channels, you look at digital cameras and they, like the Canon T4i series, so there's the T3i, T4i, T5i, T6i. it's all the same sensor, and they're adding like these new technology things. Like there's some good advancements like the STM motors like I have on this lens right now, but a lot of it is just like software and marketing. So it's kind of like just kind of just sucks. Like I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy talking about digital cameras, and in the past I was like so into it, like 4K and you know, it was like 1080p recording and it was like bigger sensors, but it's all like kind of the same and they haven't really progressed. So I like thinking more about like what you want to do with your camera and how you're going to shoot with it, whatever camera you have. And I think that's like way more important. So the quote I heard was like, gear is the biggest procrastinator. And I think it's true. Like if you have a good camera, like the digital camera you have right now is probably way better than a lot of film cameras. But I really enjoy film now, even more than I did when I started this channel, because film is like set. Like the good cameras are there. Everyone knows they're good. You go out and get them for a good price and you can just shoot and you don't have to worry about like, oh, do I need another like great camera, things like that. And what a lot of people won't tell you at the end of the day is like you get good cameras to use good lenses. So having a great lens on any body is way more important, I think. And kind of forget that when we talk about like sensor size and like how many frames a second you can shoot. So digital in general, something I do not enjoy as much. So I finally answered this last one from PJ DeJesus. Where do you plan to go from here? So I kind of just tell you how it came about that I'm gonna pause this channel for a bit, take a 3-month sabbatical. So in 3 months I'll be back and I'll be doing videos again. It'll be way better. So I started out just trying to review as many cameras as I could and trying to build this large dictionary of cameras. And I was reviewing cameras I didn't like. I was reviewing mostly broken cameras just to get more and more reps. So trying to do it more and more and get more comfortable. And I'm really comfortable with it now. But I think when you review the same thing over and over again, you just get bored of it. So I'm just bored of reviewing cameras, and when this channel restarts, it's not going to be a lot about cameras, and it's going to a lot be about shooting. So I want to do stuff on pinhole photography, I want to do stuff on portraits and maybe sports and things like that. So just shooting in general, which I think is more important and more sustainable over the long run. So I'm actually like ran out of cameras to review. There's not too many that I'm like so psyched to have to review. One is going to be the 500cm, so that one can look forward to, and some like crazy hammers like that, the like M3 too, if I can get my hands on it, and then some other cameras. But I think there's going to be when this channel restarts, there's going to be few and far between cameras. So for the next 3 months, I actually just went to a YouTube creator day in Austin, and I met with a lot of other YouTube creators, and I think I'll just be working on other people's channels and trying to help out and trying to just to take a mental break from doing my thing and just helping other people do their thing. I actually like being behind the camera as much as I do being in front of the camera, maybe even more. So kind of just giving my skills to people for a bit and helping people out. So that's what I plan to be doing in the next 3 months. But the one thing I want to tell everyone is like, thank you so much for tuning into this channel, and thank you so much for giving me this platform. It means way more than you'll ever know, because when I started this, I wasn't like super confident in what I did and how I spoke, right? So doing this has totally changed that. I'm way more confident in the things I do, and speaking in public and all those things, and just being on camera and being comfortable in my skin. And it's weird when you film yourself and you talk about stuff that's so specific, like film cameras. So having an audience that can tune in and enjoy it, and knowing people are like looking forward to seeing it, it means way more than people will know. And so thank you for that, and thank you for allowing me to get to like 1,500 subscribers. My plan is to get to 10,000. I don't know if it happens, but I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm just gonna try hard to make really good content that I want to see in the future. And to do that, I think I just need to take a break and think about the cameras and the gear and all that stuff in general, and just how I move forward. So this is not a goodbye, but I will be back in 3 months, and same name, same person. Probably gonna see more people on the channel, and you're gonna see a lot of different stuff on the channel that I think everyone will enjoy. But thank you for the journey so far, and I am gonna say goodbye. I think that's it. So 3 months, and then if you wanna check me out in the meantime, I have my Twitter account. I'll put it down below, where I put a bunch of daily deals. I'm using this website called Use Photo Pro right now. It's pretty great. And they have like crazy deals. And then Instagram too, so I'm on there. So I also have another channel which I'll link down here, where I may do a couple small reviews. But I think that's it. So I'll see you guys later this fall. Peace out.